Hey guys, it is currently 5:55 in the morning. I've been up since about 1:15. I can't sleep. So since I can't sleep, sorry. Since I can't sleep, I'm going to do a video. Excuse me. So you guys have all probably seen the fucking complete and utter shit show that Trump put on at the UN Assembly. First, he bitches about the escalator, which, of course, you know, the trash house parrot. We're not calling it the White House anymore because there's no point. It is now either the trash house. Oh, wait, no. You know what? Better name. The terrorist house. There we go. That works. That's what it is. So, the terrorist house parrot, was bitching that if it was quote-unquote sabotage, then staff at the UN needed to be fired, there needed to be investigations, all because the elevator, or the escalator quit working. Number one, I'm going to say it right now, if that was sabotage, fucking kudos to the one that done it. Oh my god, that was funny as fuck. Just mass fucking shout out if that was somebody legitimately fucking with Trump. Fucking awesome. Amazing. 20 out of 10. Like, you did fucking awesome. And everyone was bitching, oh, Melania could have fallen. She's got hands and feet. She could have fucking pushed herself back up. Wouldn't have been the first time she's ever been on her back. Probably not the first time she's been on her back in a public place. But there you go. So, but yeah, if that was, like, intentional, that was fucking hilarious. Fucking good job, UN. Mwah, good fucking job. If that was intentional. If it wasn't, you know, shit happens. But it should have been intentional. So, the second thing regarding the fucking shit show at the UN. Every country, well, the bulk of the countries, all agree on a free Palestinian state. I am one of those people. I do agree that Palestine should have its freedom. But of course, terrorist Trump doesn't think so. In fact, he completely slammed the other UN leaders for not closing, like, basically he was completely dogging every fucking country that attended the UN meeting for not having closed border policies and just ending, immigrant migration and all that. First off, he is not the fucking god of the world. He is not the police of the world. It is not the terrorist Cheeto's job to police the other countries. Second of all, I have respect for the UN. I do. I mean, yeah. The UN has probably been the only thing that's kept us out of a third world war. Although that's not going to last much longer. The UN needs to abandon the US. Like, our allies just need to fucking abandon the United States. The UN needs to drop us, our allies need to drop us, and we just need to be cut off from fucking everything. Until a legitimate leader can be put into office in the White House. Because the terrorist that is in there now is not that person. So, my other thoughts about this. If all the other countries are in favor of collectively, acknowledging Palestine as a free state, if Israel will not stop the war because, you know, the terrorist in the trash house doesn't want it to stop, the UN needs to abandon the US and then collectively unalive all of Israel. Like, take out all the main targets, just wipe out the entire... I'm sorry, but if their stance does not change and the entire collective, you know, the collective voice of over 140 countries is telling Israel that Palestine is a free state, and Israel is saying, no, it's not, get rid of the problem. Eradicate the problem. Go in, full fucking boots on the ground, eradicate the fucking problem. That is what the UN is going to have to do. And if Trump tries to interfere, you fucking put him in prison. This is... If the US, more importantly, you know, the terrorist Cheeto, doesn't want to accept that he's basically completely outvoted, that Palestine deserves to be a free state, fuck the US. The UN needs, as I said, the UN needs to abandon the US. Our allies need to abandon the US. Leave the US to rot. And I don't care what MAGA says. I don't give a fuck. But all Trump wants is war. That's all he wants. He's not trying to fix the issue with, you know, his little, you know, his Russian Kremlin daddy. He's not trying to, you know, hold Israel accountable, which they damn well should be. You know, he's not even focused on issues here in the U.S. It is all about him. It is not about the country. He doesn't give a fuck for the people in this country. He wants it his way or no way. He is a narcissistic fucking terrorist. I mean, I quit trying to understand MAGA. I quit trying to understand that idiotic cult. And it's pointless. It's fucking pointless. But all of the countries who collectively agree that Palestine should be a free state, you put boots on the ground and you liberate Palestine by force. You go in, you eradicate the problem. Doesn't mean you gotta take out the entire country, but if that's what it takes, so fucking be it. You take out the fucking problem. And the problem is Israel. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. And if Trump tries to interfere, you fucking arrest his ass. The other countries and the UN should... Let me prop my phone. You going to behave? Hold on. Let me see something. One moment. Yeah, it'll be alright for a minute. It'll be fine for a minute. Okay, so the UN and the countries that, as I said, collectively agree that Palestine is a free state, that they recognize that, they need to go in, and I'm going to say this as many times as I feel I have to. They go in, they put boots on the ground, they liberate Palestine, they liberate Gaza by fucking military force. Leave the US out of it. The US, I don't know, what the powers of the UN are, but if the UN could basically put a no combat order on, if the UN could put a no combat order on the US, to keep them from interfering with something like that. The UN should do it. Like I said, I don't know, like what the UN's like powers are as far as like delegations and things like that. But personally, what the UN should do after that complete fucking shit show that Trump showed, they should drag him in, drag his entire regime in, and hold a special tribunal, a UN tribunal, and put the motherfucker on trial. That is what the UN needs to do. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if MAGA doesn't like it. I don't fucking care if MAGA does not like it. MAGA can go fuck itself. The fact that they think that they can, they can flip California from blue to red, keep thinking, motherfuckers, because there's a lot more. Let me rephrase that. And I've been, throwing the T word around a lot, T word terrorist around. Here's my standpoint about this whole thing. And I've already said what I had to say, what I think the UN should do. Israel itself, the Prime Minister of Israel, who is refusing to back down, refusing to give up this fight, should be designated as a terrorist. No two ways about it. Every person in Israel who stands behind the Prime Minister and who agrees that Palestine is not a free state should be labeled a terrorist. Anybody in the US, whether you are a civilian or whether you are government, who backs Israel is a terrorist. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a shit how much you bitch. Anybody that supports Israel in keeping the Palestinians under thumb and, the whole unaliving bit, you are a terrorist. And that means I am calling out every single fucking MAGA piece of shit. From the government all the way down to the fucking civilians. Anybody. I don't care what you do, I don't care what you say. Anyone who backs Israel is a terrorist. If you do not believe that the Palestinians should be a free state, you are a terrorist. I don't care who you are. I don't care which side of the aisle you are on. And I know Democrats are fine because they are, So I'm not calling out the Democrats, okay? I am calling out the radical or terror organization called the Republicans, okay? I'm calling out MAGA. I am calling out anybody that voted for Trump. I am calling out anyone in his Nazi fucking organization. I am calling out every single person who believes that Palestine should not be a free state. If you live in the US, in my opinion, you are a terrorist. You have no place in this country. You should not be here. You should be removed. You should be sent to another country, to a prison where you cannot get out. Doesn't fucking matter. If you side with Israel, you are a terrorist. Now, you can turn around and call me the same fucking thing because I agree with the rest of the countries. Palestine should be a free state. You call me a terrorist all you fucking want. I don't give a shit. But I am calling out every single MAGA. I am calling out every fucking asshole in Trump's fucking terroristic organization. You back Israel, you're a fucking terrorist. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't give a fuck how many points you think you can prove to me? If you back Israel, if you do not believe that Palestine should be a free state, as the rest of the countries have demonstrated at the UN Council meeting, you're a fucking terrorist. The Prime Minister needs to go and get somebody in there who is pro-Palestinian, who believes that Palestine should be a free country, a free state. The only one, as I said, that does not agree to this is the US. And those that are Democrat or those that are non-MAGA, fine. You guys are fine. But the rest of you assholes, if you back Trump because Trump backs Israel and saying that Palestine is not a free state, you're a fucking terrorist. I don't care who you are. Do I still hold the notion that there are good people in Israel? Yes, I do. But at the same time, I do believe that the UN needs the other leaders of the UN, excluding the US, need to come together, draft an order or something. Again, I don't know like what the UN's powers are, but the UN needs to collectively come together and say enough is enough. We are going in as a single unit. We are putting boots on the fucking ground. We're getting the Prime Minister out. We will eradicate whoever and whatever, and we are going to forcibly liberate Palestine. That is what needs to happen. And if they can do it, they need to put a no combat order or a non-combatant order against the US. Trump tries to interfere, you drag his ass out and hold him in front of a fucking special UN Council tribunal for treason. That is what needs to fucking happen. Of course, this is all wishful thinking, you know, because we all know that it's not going to happen. But those are my thoughts. Again, I don't know if the whole escalator thing was intentional, but, you know, bravo if it was. Fucking bravo if it was. Like, fucking spot on. Best fucking forced exercise ever. Trump needs to really exercise. That motherfucker don't do that enough. And he doesn't really walk his golf course. Like, he drives around in a fucking golf cart. Lazy son of a bitch. But I've said my piece. You know. Sorry. It's, like I said, it's early. I'm fucking tired. I've been up since like 1:20 this morning. But I've said my piece. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay? Bye.